As we approach the final rounds of the group stage, everything is starting to click into place for Sae Itoshi to join Bluelock Japan, and this is pretty much confirmed. If we look at everything we know so far, it is quite clear to me that Japan will beat England. Because if you compare the beginning of this match to the game versus France, all of the flags are starting to point towards Japan winning. The first thing that we see when it came to Isagi, before the game against France, we saw an Isagi that was clearly nervous, being the number one in a position that he wasn't really comfortable in. While when we compare what we were seeing from Isagi before the game versus England, we see an Isagi that is more confident than ever. Even though it seems like Bluelock's philosophy is failing, the team is united. Also, when we see Teddy's appearance, although it clearly is cool, he did have a bit of aura, especially what he did to all of the Bluelock defenders, but what this clearly indicates is that England is nervous. If they were so confident that they would beat Japan, they wouldn't have brought Teddy to come there and show off to get the Japan team disorientated or to apply more pressure. They wouldn't have to do so if there wasn't a bit of fear in the England camp. And because of that fear, it ends up revealing that England might be feeling the nerves before this game, on the contrary of Japan, who were the ones in the previous game that were feeling kind of nervous before the game even began. And when we see how the interaction between Teddy, Isagi, and Rin ended up ending, we see an Isagi that ends up getting the ball from Teddy. This proves that Isagi was able to be one step ahead of Teddy. Even though this was a small interaction, these are some of the little signs that are being pointed to. And because of this, I believe Japan winning is highly probable. And this will mean that Sae will finally join Japan, as they have made it out of the group stages, and they will most likely be second. But this reveal also reveals a lot about the teams that Japan will face in the lead up to a potential final that we can see them get to. The main reason why Sae will agree to join Japan is due to the fact that he wants to go against one of the Spanish players who he seems to have a deep hatred for, probably due to something that happened at the club level. We end up seeing when he was watching Spain play that he was quite angry at one of the new Gen 11. This means that Japan will play against Spain. This is highly probable, and it will also tell us that they will be on the same side. There are 16 total groups, and 2 of the best teams are going to make it to the next round, which means that there's going to be a total of 32 teams that will advance. So the game after the group stages will be this. We will have the rounds of 32, the rounds of 16, then the quarters, the semis, and the finals. Which means that it is extremely likely for Japan to have to face a tough opponent in the round of 16, due to the fact that they are going to be coming off in second. This is similar to what we have seen in the World Cup currently, because we have a team like Portugal that ended up finishing second, and they had Croatia in the round of 32 and ended up having Spain in the round of 16. I believe this will be the same route that will end up happening for Japan. I don't know for certain who they will go against in the round of 32, but it is quite certain for me that they will end up being in the same side as Spain, meaning that eventually they will face each other, and it is highly probable that it will be in the round of 16. So I don't think that Sae will join in the round of 16. I believe that he will join in the game before that, in the round of 32, so that he can get accustomed to the team and pick whatever striker he deems he can have the best chemical reaction with. The real question now is, how is it going to mesh with Bluelock's system and the new system that we're actually going to be seeing in the game versus Japan and England? So what we have to figure out is what exactly is the system that is going to allow Bluelock to beat England. And to find out what that system is going to be, you have to watch this video right here.